Labour Party says those who think it's only political structure is on social media are in for a shocker at the 2023 elections. At a town hall meeting, chairman of the party in FCT, Chukwuemeka Peter, says there is massive mobilization going on to harmonize the party's executive, teach the members of the party about the logo, and register more members. He says what is seen on social media is a true reflection of what is on the ground. All right, we are now being joined by the National Secretary General of the Labour Party, Publicity Secretary of the Labour Party, Arabambi. Good to have you, Mr. Arabambi. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, my sister. Good morning, my brother.
All right. The last time you were here was in April.
Yes.
And one of the things that you said to us that time was that you were hoping for a youthful presidential candidate. But now we have Peter Obi joining you, and then Ahmed Dati, the obedience and the youthfuls, as they call them. What are your thoughts on this emergence? Were you expecting that? Are you happy with what you have now going into the elections in these two candidates?
Yes, we are so much happy because Nigeria yearns for a new change now in our country because we have been more divided than united, and we must feel reality. Of all the zones in Nigeria, it's only the southeast, that has not produced the number one citizen. And I think when you come to Equity, you got to come, with a very clean hand. And that is exactly, what we have done to go to Equity with our clean hand. And our motto is, equality and social justice in our country. And that's why in the candidature of Mr. Peter Obi, I will call him the stainless, because of all the governors, in his peers, I don't think, except anybody will controvert that, he was never invited, by any security agency for any misappropriation, fraud, or anything like that. And he did well as a governor, and also the youthful vice presidential candidate we have. The two of them, they are not on government patronage, just like other parties are parading their presidential candidate and vice presidential candidate. These are people that are in the production sector. And that has been the hallmark of our campaign, that Nigeria must go back, to production sector, rather than this, Nigeria being a consuming nation that have eaten deep, even into our exchange rate, our foreign reserve, our excess crude, that we now have a dollar, going at a 700 plus. The two of them, I think they will give Nigeria a new lease of life, and we have seen that even in the registration. For over time now, we have a Nigerian that are docile. In 2019, over 84 million voters, half of them are docile. They didn't even want to participate. But today we have 96. From the 96, we have 12 million registered voters, of which over 8-point-something million of them are youth. I am telling you, the new voter registration that was just concluded, we have over 10 million that are registered because of the new order in Nigeria. We have situation where intended registered voters, are attacked. It has never happened in the history of Nigeria. The people that attacked them knew why. And the Nigerians that resisted them, that, we have to have a PVC, they also have their reason. Everything pointed, to the obedient group, to which I am one of them. The obedient in Nigeria are saying enough of captivity, because as I'm telling you, all of us in Nigeria have been kidnapped. It's only they allow us, little spaces here and there to move around. We've been kidnapped economically. We have a situation in a country where ASU, they are on strike, and yet our government will have the audacity to go and purchase vehicle to a foreign country when our education, is at the lower ebb. We have a situation where we have CBN versus NNPC, challenging them about their audited report. We have a situation in Nigeria that nobody cares about, about anything. Why would an NNPC not have an audited report? Audited account, where we have a minister of finance that told Nigerians that please, our earning will not be consumed by the debt, by the debt we are going, that we are owing. Yet, nobody is saying anything. We're in a situation whereby bandits are now even threatening to kidnap our president. It has never happened in Nigeria. For bandits to say, when we see Buhari, we are going to kidnap him. I think Nigeria, APC administration have been overwhelmed by the current situation, and the obedience are coming in, and that is what Nigerians are saying. And the two best people that can do that is the Peter Obi that I made, presidential mandate. And I'm happy Nigerians, they are receiving us, overwhelmingly they are receiving us. In Nasarawa, we did 1 million man rally. Nobody ever expected that. In Lafia, where people troop out the youth, the trader, the artisan, not even the political class, the youth, the trader, and the artisan, they came out to did the 1 million man rally. We did it in Lagos, and we are still going to extend it all over the country. So we are the tsunami. We are the new change. We are the new direction that Nigeria are moving towards, and by the grace of God, we will achieve that aim through the ballot come 2023.
Earlier, you highlighted your party's motto. Can you recap that? What did you say your party's motto was again? Social
justice and equality. That's yes.
Now, obviously, as we all know, Peter Obi's emergence as your candidate has created a huge shift in the political sphere at this point. Now, how do you convert that phenomenon into votes? As you know, people go out and they vote, and they only recognize basically all the recognizable logos, which is like the APC, the PDP. What have you guys done to make sure that your logo, your brand is recognizable at this point?
You see, we still have enough time. As it is now, our membership, our rallies all over Nigeria is to sensitize Nigerians about our logo, because Peter Obi will not be on the ballot. It's only the logo of our party. And that is why, just like I said in National State, when you see over 1 million people on the street holding the banner of the party, holding, the leaflet, flyers, distributing to people, this is how everybody will now understand this is Labour Party. And don't forget, time of campaign will start next month. We will go to every local cranny. We are going to visit all the local government, where we are going to speak all the Nigerian languages. We already have them now being converted, into audio. Wherever we go, they will not be able to identify us that this is the logo of the party, this is the candidate, this is the logo. But all of them, they should not say that when you see this, Papa, Mama, Peking, that is, the logo of Labour Party, that is yearning for a new change in Nigeria. So we are still going to embark on a massive aggression of campaign, but it has not started. That's why it's only the support group Nigerians that have been in captivity for a long time are the one even organizing the rallies, not even the political class, like I said. The one in Lagos, the one in Nasaba, the one in Lagos and Nasarawa and Nasaba. It is not even the politicians. The political class are not even joining them, but the people who have been held captive, in their own country are the one coming out to say we want to do so rally, 1 million, 2 million march rally, for Peter Obi that he made presidential mandate. So when the campaign starts, we will still go to all the local government, our itinerary, but we are only waiting, for the time lag, for the subscription, this withdrawalship of candidates that will end by Friday. Then we will now prepare our movement, for the full blast that will start in September. For the presidential campaign, we are going to start in September, and we are ready. Our program of action are ready for us to move and campaign to all Nigeria and in all the Nigerian languages, because we have, Labour Party is the only one that have a president that is a Nigerian. They have this Nigerian mandate. We are not sectional. We are the only one that have a president candidate that Nigerian can trust that, this can bring about a positive development to our nation.
All righty. Okay. So the Labour Party, as you're well aware, has received a number of defectors from other parties into your realms. Just last week, we had Badibo Rhodes Viva, who is a Lagos State gubernatorial aspirant. Obviously, you haven't made the decision on who, well, you have made a decision on who your actual flag bearer is going to be for that. Somebody already has a ticket, but we don't know if that's going to change. But aside from that, just recently, we've also hearing about Babatunde Badamasi also defecting from the PDP into the Labour Party. So I do want to ask you, is it a complete open door policy into your party, or is there any type of requirement? Do they have to have any type of socialist views as it pertains to joining your ranks?
You see, we are not we are not in the shoe, of the other political party, and that's why our motto is social justice and equality. When people come, you have to receive them with an open hand. Then all of us will now sit down together to look at certain criteria. Like in Lagos, we only have 2 that we are going to pick one. We have Honorable Adegoke, Moshood Salvador. Then we have Gbadebo Vival Rose. That we definitely slug it out, and we will definitely come out with one of them.
Those are the only 2 for Lagos.
Those are every other person, they are just pretenders or speculators. We only have 2 in Labour Party that will run, just 2 of them.
What will the criteria be? What will you be looking for in picking the governorship candidate for Lagos?
Well, the acceptability, the strength and support. Acceptability, strength and support. In fact, that is why I'm also in Lagos, because I'm part of the the election committee.
For Lagos?
Yes. From the national, we are 6 that are seconded under the chairmanship of Deputy National Chairman Alhaji Lamida Papa. That will do the conduct before we now present our candidate. But we are very sure that we will come out, with what Lagosians, the yearning of Lagosians, we have been receiving, we have been inundated with calls, messages about who they want. They've gone on our, Twitter handle, on our website, to say, for this, these are the kind of person we want you to give us in Lagos, and the rest assure someone will be sent packing. So we are considering all that, along the line to know who we are going to pick. But Mr. Governor, Sanwo-Olu should know that he's going to have a very difficult task ahead from Labour Party.
Okay, make me understand this. I'm still staying with that Lagos candidacy issue. You have just announced to the world that you are only considering 2 people.
Yes.
But I'm wondering, these 2 people are outsiders. Gbadebo Vival came from PDP, Salvador from PDP to APC, and then to Labour. They want to be governor under your platform. But then a gentleman who has been a Labour Party member all his political adult life, who was your candidate in 2019, Barrister Ifagbemi Awamaridi, is holding on to the ticket. Are you saying to us that he will not be your candidate?
No, he has withdrawn, voluntarily, and I said that with...
Has he?
Yes, he has withdrawn from that because, there is a place for placeholder in political parties. We should all not, be deceived by anyone. It's normal. Before the advent of Peter Obi, we know the way we manage the affairs of our party. Like in Ogun State now, we don't have a placeholder. We just pick the former commissioner for finance straight. That's Kendi Shogunle. We just pick him straight. But in some places like Oyo, we have a placeholder who will still give way for other people. That's why we say social and equality. We must be fair to all concerned. Awamaridi, was the state chairman.
Yes.
And he had fought as a gubernatorial candidate. So he has voluntarily resigned. That position in writing, with his own handwriting, not typing on computer. That was everyone that we place as placeholder. You will use your own handwriting because of forensic. Later, you use your hand to write that. Oh, you have withdrawn voluntarily in the party interest because we knew we needed people. We can't just sit down, remain, those guys without doing anything. We need people that can, amount for us so that we can change the fortune of Lagosians and Nigeria and say, oh, like Radley asked me, when we went for a presidential primary, issue came up and we look at certain criteria. Yes, we have a VP from the Southwest. We have had Obasanjo, from the Southwest. We are from the West, in person of a former president, the late Musa Yar'Adua. We are currently from the Northwest, President Muhammadu Buhari. We have already had, a VP from the North East, that is Atiku. But the South had Jonathan, as and president, and somebody from the Northwest, Kaduna State, as vice, that's Namadi Sambo. So all these conditions were what we put together, we talk to ourselves that the best option for us is to go to this region that have been maligned deliberately, by the political elite. South have been maligned deliberately by the political elite, and I'm going to tell you the reason. We have had altercation with PDP and APC. They said, oh, Peter Obi is a trader. For God's sake, who are the people that can make Nigeria to move forward? When you don't even know the aspect of buying and selling, you say you want to govern Nigeria, and that was why we found ourselves in this position. We are toothpick. The president will sign, they will go and buy it from abroad. Where you want to buy broom, the president will say they will go and buy it from abroad. Are they telling me that the shoe they made in Aba cannot, be converted to what they are doing in, when you are buying vehicle parts that time, they said Taiwan is fake. As Taiwan not over the time, managed to produce original, as Japan not over the time managed to produce original. If we can have anything, they are Nigeria for God's sake. The Aba made shoe, let us begin to import it. They will not develop, over time. Whatever you say, oh, this one is from Enugu, is Enugu part of Cameroon? That you will not be telling me that, those places, they are just trader. No problem, if they are trader, let them come on board. Let them come and do trading for Nigeria, so that at least we will not be able to sell we will not be able to put on our own oil in our refinery and sell, to the world, rather than for us not to know. Up to today, nobody in NNPC has been able to tell Nigeria what is the amount of crude oil Nigeria is exporting. But they will come back to tell us, we are adding subsidy. Subsidy over what? What do we have in crude oil? We have kerosene, we have paraffin, we have aviation fuel, we have petrol, we have diesel. But Nigerian government will come and tell you that, on petrol, we are doing subsidy. What about other components? Who are the people doing this refinery? Dangote was able to establish a refinery in Nigeria. It's a shame on federal government. If a private person were able to refine Nigeria, what is happening to afford refinery? They decided to be doing TAM, which they call turnaround maintenance. They share dollars to people. Yet they will now take this fuel, the crude oil to outside the country. And when they come back, they will be telling us Bangladesh that, gentlemen, you are going to pay, we are paying 150 naira for you as subsidy. What subsidy? Where is the subsidy coming from? Let us refine, let us do repair our refinery so that we can start now. But do you know why? They don't want us to know the amount of crude oil they want to refine. So it's only when they ship it abroad. Who are the companies that are even taking this thing abroad? Who are the shipping companies that is bringing in this fuel into the country? Today, ASU, how much are they owing ASU? That we can go and buy vehicle. All right, Mr. Arabambi, I'm sure that OG wanted to ask you a specific question on that, but before we move on there, just for a short clarification, you are saying that Babatunde Olalere Gbadamosi, BOG they call him, is not in contention as a possible... No, we only have Vivaros and Salvador. I am telling you authoritatively.
Okay. Steve had to clarify that one more time. Well, what is the current relationship between the Labour Party and the Nigeria Labour Congress? I believe about a month ago, the NLC leadership threw its support behind the Labour Party and said it plans to activate members across 36 states. But I believe that your party chairman in Cross River State had accused the NLC of trying to hijack the Labour Party. What is the current situation at this point?
No, every matter has been resolved. Nigeria Labour Congress, the Trade Union Congress have executive in our National Working Committee as I speak now. You see, there will be skirmishes here and there, when people want to come on board. Even in Ogun State, where I came from, we have them in our state executive, we have them in our local government, and we have them in the world. It depends on our political acumen when people come for you to be able to absorb them into your fold. But NLC, TUC, they have developed themselves into Labour Party as enshrined the Constitution and Supreme Court judgment that Labour, trade union, workers are also free to join the political party of your choice, and they are also liable to resign in 30 days. If you pick up a ticket, you just resign 30 days to election. So they are not precluded now, they are included in the whole process. So we have the full total of Labour, NLC and TUC, in the Labour Party now, and they are part of us. That's Dr. Ayolo Femi, they are part of us. Indian, all of them, they are part of us. They, from the NLC, TUC, they have their full representation in the NWC. And that is going down, from the top like that, to the local government, to the world, even to the zone polling unit. We are going to, evolve that. But because of this, the INEC timeline, that is what we are trying to guard against. Let us finish, with this island timeline, as well by the Constitution. We will now move, to the political aspect, and everything will be fine.
Everything will be fine. Okay. Currently, how many states in this country have a governor that is a member of the Labour Party? I think it's 0. Correct?
That is what?
The Labour Party does not have any governors in power now yet.
Of course.
Right? You don't have any seats in the House of Representatives just yet.
We have. There are some that are, there are some, that we have done substitution for now. Everything will be out. We have some. I think
that you've done substitution for?
Yes, people that have moved, due to one reason or the other. I think Labour Party, by the time the final list will be out, we will have like 15 senators now. and members, some members have a rep, and assembly, state assembly. Friday is the deadline for us, so everybody, but it's not just our internal party affairs. What does
that mean you're relying on defections into the Labour Party that would give you those seats? Is that what you mean?
I said, a lot of substitution is going on around the three political parties. We're in the transfer. It's just like in the Europe. This is the transfer market now for political parties.
But in terms of currently now, do you have those seats that have been? You've won an election and that's how you got it, or is it just a situation of a transfer, a defection from here and there?
Those we have for Lizzie Benutton, I told you here.
Yes.
They ran away. They absconded, to APC for some reason based on to them. We have people that were elected in 2019, but they absconded. But thank God now, some of them have returned back. That they are sorry.
Sure.
And it is normal to hate human or to forgive.
Alrighty. So again, just to lay the foundation of my question, currently now there are no governors who are members of the Labour Party, and it's a bit here or there when it comes to senators and the like, or local government issues. I do want to ask you though, how it is you plan on winning the presidency if you don't have the backing, firstly, of sitting governors? Is it that you haven't told us what the actual plan is, or are you just planning on riding on the coattails of Peter Obi's popularity? Are you hoping that will lead you all the way to Asarok, despite not having the strategies of already sitting and the structure of politicians within your party now?
Now, you see, we don't need structure. You see, the structure is just, let me say, the theory of APC and PDP. And the question I'm going to put forward to them is this. When they are talking about structure, where was the structure of Buhari when he beat Jonathan Sili in election? In Ogun State, when Senator Bokunamo won an election, he has no structure. But the people said this is the change they want. Where was the structure of PDP in Osun State when they beat Oyetola? It is about decision of the people. I am telling you that as a fact. It's about decision of the people. Nigerians now, for the first time in the history of Nigeria, you see Nigerians running that, let me have my PVC. That transition has changed the gear. It is a tsunami, that will consume people that feel, Labour Party didn't have a structure. Now, I am telling you, we will win nothing less than 15 states in the governorship election. We knew the strength. We knew we knew the kind of talk, we knew the kind of visitor our national chairman received in Abuja now. A lot of them will come begging, please, don't allow this, don't allow that, don't allow that. In our state, everybody will be sure, because it is going to be, after the president election, we are moving to governorship and the state assembly. After, I am going to, the tsunami will have an effect. I am going to accept one fact here. Obi have brought a positive change to Labour Party, and do you know why? Nigerians saw something in him that they felt he would deliver. And that's why this spontaneous reaction from Nigerians, from the youth, from the trader and artisan, that, this man that came on board in Labour Party, this is an avenue for us to use our vote, to change the tide, to change governance. So we are riding on that fact that Nigerians who ab initio, they don't give a damn. We have people that said they have never voted because they know that their vote will not count. And on this, I will give it to the president, the electronic transfer of result that, the president, approve and pass into law. I am going to give it to him as one thing, that will remain, forever known with Buhari administration, through fair and transparent election. Because that happened in Ekiti. For the first time, nobody accuses INEC of rigging in Ekiti.
Yes.
In Onosun, nobody accused INEC of rigging. It was never like that before. You will see them accuse INEC of manipulation, ballot snatching. But the only thing that is still, prevalent is giving people money, come and vote for us.
Vote by.
And that, by the, I know Nigeria are getting wiser and wiser. The status quo will change when we are doing the president election.
Okay, just a quick one before we let you go, Mr. Arabambi. You alluded to the fact that your policy document was ready. So I wanted to ask if this is about Labour Party's manifesto or the manifesto of the candidates. I'm asking because of the interview that the running mate, Dati Ahmed, granted, and he was pointedly asked about what the Labour Party will do about insecurity. It was asked if they had the solution. He said he had the solution, but he was not ready to disclose. The way that came across to many people who have been responding is that it doesn't sound like, this man, knows what he's talking about as far as tackling insecurity is concerned. The document that you said is ready. How do you plan to secure the lives and property of Nigerians?
You see, what he's saying is not out of place, because we will soon come up with a policy statement, that's Labour Party. We are still going to constitute the campaign council, where which we now begin to highlight, our program of action to Nigeria. But for now, I can tell you, we have vultures around, in the political space. We want us to be careful. We don't, once you tell them, I am telling you, the APC and PDP, they will quickly, jump, into your, because as it is now, none of them has a solution. But once you say that, they can tell you, we are sleeping before, now we know that this is the solution. If they are just copycat, we are just, waiting for INEC to finish their program, so that by the time we now launch our program of action, every Nigerian will just buy into it. We have a complete, solution to all the matter of problem that has overwhelmed the present administration. We have a solution to it, and that is what Nigeria.
You have a solution that you are not ready to disclose yet.
Yet now, for reason that I just stated, we just want this program to go. The INEC election timeline. Then we'll now launch out. Our president candidate, is he coming here? That is when, because we are going to manage everything together. Labour parties like that, they have the idea. We have our manifesto. We have our policy. Everything. We marry together, it will not become a one single policy document that will not be highlighted by the party, because candidates will come and enter a political party vehicle. We are the one, driving them. They are not the one driving, but the political party are the one driving candidate. Because they don't come to Nigerians to say, oh, this is my policy of action, this is my manifesto, this is this. No, everything has to be taken, from the manifesto of the political party. And I thank Nigeria, for their support so far. For Labour Party, because they are expecting us, to take, the driver's seat in Nigeria.
All righty. Abayomi Arabambi, the National Publicity Chairman. Secretary, National Publicity Secretary of the Labour Party. Thank you very much for joining us on the morning show this morning.